Hello. Just giving a few minutes so people can join live. Welcome. Hello, Red. How are you doing? We were talking, right, Red, about the moon. I don't know about you guys, but I feel very affected by the moon. And it was a very beautiful and strong and powerful full moon this weekend. Did you feel it? Every time there's a full moon, I sleep so bad. It's insane. So yeah, and I think like the more we awaken our intuition and the more we are connected to nature and the universe, the more we feel, right, the influence of everything, of the moon, of the planets, right? So yeah, fun. Okay, so welcome, whether you're watching live or the replay. Well, today's going to be a little bit different because it's a mixture of what I usually do, which is energy healings. We're going to meditate together. I'm going to guide you. I'm going to tune into your energy and see what needs to be changed, right? This is part of what I do. But today, I decided to do also a Q&A, and I received a few questions already. But if you have any questions right now, feel free to ask me about theta healing, about me, about this work, about intuition, right? About, well, anything related to self-development. And it's interesting because I never really know why I'm doing the things that I'm doing as I'm doing them. So when I had the idea to do the Q&A, I was like, okay, rationally doesn't really make any sense. Like, why? Like, I don't even have so many people that are gonna ask me so many questions, right? But I had this feeling that I just needed to do it, and I trusted my intuition, right? I trusted my intuition. And, well, everything happens for a reason, right? And the thing is, since I decided to do this Q&A, it became very clear to me from your questions and from the feelings that I'm feeling that this is the news that I have to share. That it's time for me to start teaching theta healing online. Up until a few years ago, we were only allowed to teach theta healing in person, which I love, but now we can also teach theta healing online. And I've been postponing it. Everything has a time, right? And I feel now it's the time. So the first class is going to be on May 14th until the 16th. Is a 3-day class. We were going to talk about this more in depth today and over the next few weeks, right? And you're free to ask me anything about it as we talk about it, any doubts. And yeah, I'm excited. I feel like it's time, right? I as you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, you know that back in December, before I created this group and before I created the lives, the weekly lives, I was terrified of doing things online, right? So this feels like a huge step for me. Like the creation of lives was a big step already, but doing the Theta Healing course online is another big step. And I will be happy, if I can actually serve you guys. Whoever is interested, whoever feels drawn, and don't worry, I'm gonna talk more about this. Just an introduction so you guys know why I'm doing the things I'm doing. Hi Didi, hello Leslie, welcome back. As I was saying, today you can ask me any questions. Didi already did one, it's on my notes, but anything else that pops up, please don't be shy. You guys know that I love interaction. The more questions you ask, the easier things are for me, right? Of course, I'm intuitive, but it's always nicer to interact. Thank you, Didi. Thank you. Yeah, it feels as ever. It's like it's not the first time I teach theta healing. I've been doing this for a few years, but every change doesn't matter how big. It always brings some stuff up, right? It always brings some fears. It's so interesting, isn't it? It doesn't matter what it is. It can be something that you've been doing for years, which theta healing I've been doing for 4 years. But every slight change is always scary, right? We're going to like an upper limit. Anyway, this is another another topic. Okay, so let's begin. So some of you already asked me a few questions, so I'm gonna start with them. I'm gonna try to make things entertaining, right? So the first question that I'm gonna reply is the one Debbie asked. She asked me, how long has it taken me to open my intuitive gifts to where I am today? So let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was this girl who thought she was very, very rational. She thought her whole value was in her brain, was in her intelligence. She didn't even know intuition was a real thing. She didn't even know psychic things existed for real. It was all fantasy in her mind. But this little girl grew up believing that. And at one point, she started feeling very, very depressed and anxious and unhappy. And the thing is, I think you guys know what I'm talking about when you start feeling like all the decisions that you've been making are the wrong ones. This is what happened to me, right? When I was 25, which was 6 years ago, do the math, I was living a life that was based on the decisions that I made, by believing that I was just a rational person, that the only thing I would do that was whatever be appreciated was due to my rationality, my intelligence, right? But by doing that, I repressed a big part of me. I repressed my intuition, my healing abilities. I didn't know they existed. It was so deeply unconscious to me, right, that I didn't even know if they existed in me. If anyone would have told me 6 years ago that today I would be teaching healing online, I would have run away. I would have thought this person was insane, right? But I believe that our soul talks to us, right? And my soul was screaming at me, I didn't know how to interpret those things, so it started shouting louder and louder until it became a depression, right? That's how the whole thing started, when I was so depressed that I had to, rescue myself out of that situation. And what rescued me was I started to meditate. I started to learn about Buddhism and self-development and those things, which led me to going to Bali and starting like an adventure that I had no idea where it was going to take me. So the first thing that I did was I went to Bali and I did a NLP and coaching course, which I feel like they opened my mind a lot. But as I went along, the way and started studying deeper about those things, I felt something was missing. Something was missing. The intuition was missing. I didn't know that was the part that was missing. I just knew something more spiritual was missing, right? So I found Theta Healing. And I remember the first course that I did. So I did DNA Basic, which is the one that I'm teaching. It's like the first one that you do. And then I did the Advanced. back to back, like one weekend after the other. It was intense, and I was very skeptic, but I think I was just willing to try everything. So back then, it was hard for me. It was very hard. Um, the first exercise that we do is opening the chakras. And I was like, what the hell am I doing? What is this? I had no idea what I was doing. No idea. No clue. But I started developing this, and through the exercises in the class, I don't know, I started seeing things and feeling things, and just things started happening. And on the second course, the advanced course, there's an exercise that we talk to someone who died, replying to your question, Didi, right? So the woman that I was doing the swap with, she was like, okay, I don't have anyone specific that I want you to connect with, so just see whatever comes. Like, yay, extra challenge. So I connected to the creator using the meditation that we've been doing, right? And I'm gonna do it again in a second. So I connected. I was like, okay, show me who I need to talk to on her behalf. So I was drawn to the energy of Buddha, and I talked to Buddha, and I sent her some messages, right, from Buddha. And then, out of nowhere, this dog came into my mind, and I could see him perfectly. And I was like, okay, so I'm seeing this dog, and he's like this, 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 this. And she was like, oh my God, my dog just died. And I was like, what? No way. I had no idea. I didn't know this person. So that's when I discovered that I was intuitive and I was psychic and I could talk to the dead. And I was like, at that point, all my doubts kind of like melted away. I was like, wow, I can really do this. I can really do this. So that was a very interesting thing. Hi, Roy. I'm good. How are you doing? Raina saying, hi, Alessandra, so related to my journey. Really? Tell me about it. Are you also a healer? Yeah. So, my intuition started developing, right? And the thing is, the more we practice, the better we become, right? I was not as good 5 years ago. When did I start? 2016. I don't know, 5 years? Almost 5 years ago. I was not as good as I am now. And I'm sure 5 years from now, I'm gonna be so much better than I am now, right? So, yeah. So, Debbie, replying to your question, it's been 5 years, right? But the thing is, so when we do the Theta Healing Basic course, which is like the first one that I'm teaching on May, yay, you guys are invited. And I forgot what I was gonna say. Let me remember. Okay, so yeah, when we learn that, when we do this course, we open a lot of our intuition, we deepen our intuitive centers, right? We learn what to do with the thing and that's the key. We learn what to do with the things that we're seeing, the things that our intuition is bringing to us. Because, for example, some people come to those kind of classes and they're like, you know what, I get a lot of information. I'm very psychic. I can see things, with my third eye. I can see things that are gonna happen, but I don't know what to do with those things, right? And that's the beauty. We can understand, because like our brain is always gonna try to communicate with us in a way you're going to understand. So in the beginning, you may see a lot of random images, right? They're like, okay, I'm seeing this, but what do I do with that? How can I help anyone with this information, right? So the beauty with Theta Healing is we are not alone. We don't need to know anything. I don't need to know everything in order to help you because I'm not alone. I am always connected to the Creator, right? In the Theta Healing technique, sorry, we connect to this energy of creation, right? Which is the infinite intelligence. There's this universal intelligence that contains all the wisdom, all the knowledge in the universe, right? So if I'm connected to that energy, I can access any truth, anything, right? And the more I clear my beliefs, the more I clear my fears and my doubts, the stronger this connection is going to be. And that's basically what we do in Theta Healing, right? Did you sing love that? Senka, hi Senka, welcome. Where are you from? Let me know. I'd love to know where you guys from. I've been attracting people from literally every continent, and that's kind of like blowing my mind. Just awesome, right? Bless the internet. Okay, am I going too fast? I feel like I'm going very fast. Are you guys following me? So the thing is, we are all intuitive. We're all psychic, right? But we don't have to do things alone. We're always connected to the universe, to the creator. So when I'm connected to the creator and I receive an information, I can simply ask, creator, what does that mean? What do I do with that? Right? Rena is from Australia. Amazing. Cool. Very cool. I'm from Brazil, but I'm living in Italy. So you guys know. Yeah. So continuing like about when we do the Theta Healing course, and we're just like developing even further, like, right, how to access the information first, right, and how to interpret it and how to use that in order to heal us and in order to manifest, to create the lives that we want. Because basically, Theta Healing, we can do many things, but the basic of the benefits of Theta Healing is, one, we become more intuitive, right? And when we become more intuitive, we become better at making decisions. If I'm making a decision coming from myself, my higher self, the highest truth that comes from the creator, instead of my fears, my doubts, my beliefs, it's always going to be the best decision, right? So the more we develop our intuition, our ability to connect to ourselves, to connect to the universe, the better we get, in creating our lives. And as the second thing, we awaken this power that we have within us because we are connected to the divine. We are made of the divine. We are divine beings living a human experience, right? And when we really step into this energy, this knowledge, this wisdom, we understand that we are creating a reality. We're always creating a reality. Always. So if I'm creating something that I don't like, I can also create something that I do like, right? And obviously, Theta Healing is a healing modality, right? One of the things that we learned already in the basic course is how to change our limiting beliefs. Because, hi Rhonda. Hello, Didi. Are there prerequisites for Theta Healing? No, none. The only thing is you have to be open. You have to be open and feel it's your time. There are all kinds of people that come to Theta Healing classes, from other kinds of healers, Reiki healers, access bars and other things, to doctors, to, I don't know, anything. Psychologists, right? To coaches. The only thing you need is to believe that there's something bigger, And to be honest, I didn't even know that I believed before I actually went to the Theta Healing class. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I just feel like I need to be there. I was completely blindsided. I'm a Capricorn, so of course I read all the the topics that were going to be covered, but I didn't understand anything. Because if you read, I'm going to send you guys, I'm going to post the link on my website about the Theta Healing course so you can see everything that we cover. But back then, for me, it was like, okay, I have no idea what that means. We're gonna open our intuitive centers. We're gonna connect to the divine. It's like, what? So for me, it was like, okay, whatever, man. Just teach me. Whatever. Right? So, yeah, it's a free thing, like a free, meaning like a free and open to everybody. Because the thing is, I see theta healing as a philosophy, a life philosophy. It's not just for healing. It's not just if you want to become a theta healer and help people. It's not just if you need to heal yourself from a disease. It's not. It's like, it's literally for everyone that is ready, of course. I don't want people in my classes that are not ready. I've made this mistake. It's too hard, right? I'm just attracting people that are ready now. It's just so much easier. But yeah, it's a philosophy, you know, like everything that happens in my life, of course I go into my drama. I'm a Cancer rising. I am dramatic, you know. But because of everything that I know with theta healing, I know that there's always a reason. I know I'm creating things. I know that if I'm creating something I don't want to be creating, it's because there's some lessons there, and or there's some beliefs that I need to clear, right? And the more we clear the beliefs, imagine, come on, we've been talking about this for a while. 90% of our minds are unconscious to us. Imagine how much crap we're holding, right? So it's not something like, oh, you go to the Theta Healing course and your life is solved. If it was, I would charge $1 million for a course. It's not, because you need to take responsibility for your own healing, right? And I always say to my students, keep doing swaps, healing swaps, because during the course, it's not just me talking. It's not. It's like 70% practical. So everything that I teach, you will do, you will experiment with, and that's how you learn. So first thing, for example, that we do when we're opening our chakras, right? And doing this opening, you're going to do with each other, on yourselves, you know, somehow, right? You're gonna practice everything when we're learning how to talk to the angels. You're gonna do a reading on the angels, right? Either yourself or in pairs, right? I always mix things up a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, a lot in my mind right now. Okay, so any questions more so far? Let me know about what I've been covering. Hi, hello. So, Rhonda, my dear, I'm gonna reply to your question now. You asked me, how did I learn to ask the right questions? I think this is one of my gifts, asking the right questions. And in Theta Healing, we call this process digging. We're always digging to find what's the real issue, because I always say this, the issue is never the issue, right? I can say, oh, I'm having this problem, I'm having money issues, I'm having relationship issues, but everything in our lives are a manifestation of something inside us, right? So this is our jobs, finding what's inside us, most of the times unconscious, and transforming that, right? So the way to do it is through is through asking questions. Sorry, I need water. Is through asking questions, right? So there, in the basic course, we already start learning about digging, right? There are different shortcuts that we call to digging, to finding the bottom belief, which is, okay, visualize this. Imagine a tree, right? This big, big tree. And you cut a little bit of the tree. You pick the apple out of the tree. What happens to the tree? Nothing, right? It still exists. What happens if you cut a branch of the, is a branch? Is that how I say? Of the tree? It still exists, right? What happens if you take the roots out of the tree? You take the tree from the roots. It dies, right? It dies. So the same thing happens in our minds. Imagine your mind like this tree, you know, the conscious. If you remove the consciousness, like the conscious beliefs. So if you're talking about like positive affirmations, right? Oh, I'm beautiful, I'm happy, I'm rich, but this is just the surface, right? It's not really changing anything. If you go into the unconscious beliefs that were created in your childhood, genetic, other lives, your soul. These are the 4 levels of beliefs that we also talk about in the ThetaHealing Basic Course. If you go into the root and you remove that, you understand why it happened, why you created this, how is it serving you, what is the secondary gain, right? The lessons. Always learning the lessons. Then you can transform everything else. And all the problems, the issues that were created because of this belief are going to transform themselves, right? Okay, so in order to find these bottom beliefs, we ask questions, right? And the thing is, we all know how to ask questions. It's not something that is like revolutionary. It's like the more curious you are, the better you're gonna be at digging. I am very curious, so I'm very good at digging. But this is my thing. Like if you're doing a session with me, I ask questions a lot. And I'll guide you into the real stuff. I don't give up, right? So for example, okay, let me see which example I'm gonna give you guys. One of the shortcuts for digging, for example, is when we're talking about resentments, negative feelings, right? When we're talking about this, the questions, the shortcut questions are who do you resent? Why? What happened? What did you feel? How did you manage? How did that make you feel? Does this make sense? So like all those Rhonda's saying that I do a great job at that. Yeah, she knows. I always ask you questions, right? Yeah. So, okay, coming back. There's always the element of like using the shortcuts. They're like the manual. In the manual, you will learn, right, the shortcuts for digging. And it's in the beginning, it kind of can be useful to have the shortcuts next to you. But the beauty of everything you do in Theta Healing is you don't have to know. Remember what I said in the beginning? Because you're not alone. You can ask the Creator, what is the best question to ask this person that will unlock her unconscious mind? Ta-da! Easy, simple. Not so easy, because you need to be very good at listening. Not only the person, if you choose to become a practitioner and do this with other people or not, but whoever you're doing that with yourself, with other people, but you need to know how to listen to the universe, to the guidance, right? To the guidance. So, yeah. Sorry, I was just looking at my notes. So yeah, so this process is called digging, and we learn this in the basic course. We go deeper into this in the advanced, and the third course is the Dig Deeper course, which is basically a 2-day course of digging. It's like how I got very, very good at digging, right? Very good. Okay. Okay, let me see the comments. But Julie saying, I was upset at what my guardian angel said because I felt they don't know me. Okay. Maybe it was not the guardian angel. Maybe it wasn't. Just thing. Not when you pay for class and can hear creator. What do you mean? Okay, explain what you're saying. Socrates saying, what is the average time for releasing that crap you mentioned? Ooh, there is no average time. Beautiful people, it's up to you. It's up to you. Some people get things very, very fast, right? And they understand things and they heal things very fast and they move on. Some people don't. And a few reasons why you might not change things so fast is one, you're stuck in blame. You're blaming everybody else. Oh, but this person did this to me. Oh, but I wasn't raised in a rich family. I was born in poverty. Like, all these excuses are gonna limit you, are not gonna let you heal. But if you believe that you can heal, if you understand the concept, really understand, not just mentally, but in your soul, you understand the concept that everything you're living in your life, you are creating, then there's no blame. Then it's easier to not get attached to the suffering, right? Yeah, so there's no average. I cannot say, you know what, pay one course and I'm gonna heal you, because that's not how it works. I'm just a channel, right? Let me be very clear here. If you're expecting me to heal your life for you, I am sorry, I'm not your teacher. I'm not. I'm a great teacher, but I'm not your teacher. And I guarantee you're never going to find a teacher that is going to be able to help you, because that's not what we do. That's not what we do. This is control. If I say I am the one doing things 100%, that's my responsibility, that's all I'm doing, that's me doing everything, it's an ego thing. It's my ego saying things, right? Because yes, I am doing it. I'm showing up. I'm healing my shit. I'm improving on what I'm doing. This is my contribution to it, right? But you need to believe as well. You need to take responsibility. You need to do the things that, if you join the class, you need to do the exercises, all of them, and really commit. You need to keep practicing every day, right? You need to go into theta, the meditation every day. You need to do healing swaps every week if necessary, right? It's not like, oh yeah, but it doesn't work. Really? It works for millions of people, but it doesn't work for you? You're not that different, right? Okay. Boy Julie saying, I couldn't hear the creator when I did the class and my teacher didn't offer extra sessions to help me do it. I'm gonna have to say it again. I'm sorry if I'm being blunt, but you are not ready. You're not ready. You're putting the blame on everybody else. What did you do? Were you 100% committed in the class? How many swaps have you been doing since then? How many healings? It's not my job. If you're not getting it because you're not doing the job, it's not my responsibility as a teacher. Doesn't make sense. If I'm being a crap teacher, yes, it's my responsibility. But if I'm working from a place of the highest and best, I'm working with the creator's energy. If I'm teaching you everything that I can, if I'm being generous, it's not my responsibility that you're not getting it, right? That's how it goes. Get out of the blame. Just get out of the blame. Otherwise, you're not gonna get it, right? In order to hear the creator, we need to be in a high vibration. That's why we do the meditation. I'm gonna guide you in a second. If you're new to this, don't worry. In a few minutes, I'm gonna guide you. You're gonna understand what I'm saying. But then when we do the meditation, we increase our vibration, right? We go into love. We get out of the resentment, of the fear, of the doubt, of the powerlessness, and then we can hear. Then we can do the things that we need to do, right? Okay, boy, Julie, I'm sorry. You're not wanting to hear the creator. That's what I have to say to you, right? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I forgot one. Raina saying, I have been feeling lost in my healing journey. I'm having doubts about why I'm doing all this healing and meditation and all the workshops as I'm going nowhere. What should I do? Please help. Um, okay, let me tune into your energy. The first thing that I hear is you're expecting that one thing that is going to save you. First of all, you don't need to be saved. Can I give you this download? All of you guys, if you want this, a download is an energy that is going to come from the creator, right? And into your body and transform it. So if you want this, say yes. Can we teach you that you don't have to be saved? Can we show you that the knowledge that you're seeking is within you and how to make the best decision for you without putting all the expectations into one modality, one healing modality, one teacher, one swap, one session. It's about you. Okay, let me see what else. Okay, can we also clear the belief that if you go on this path of healing, you're gonna have to heal everybody? You don't. As healers, we have our promised people, the people that our souls promise to help, but they're gonna come to us. It's gonna be easy. You don't have to prove anything. If you're having to prove something, it's because one, you need to clear the belief that you're not good enough, and two, you're trying to help the wrong people. That's simple. I'm not trying to help people that don't believe what I'm doing. It's a waste of my energy. Imagine if I go into a group on Facebook that says, I don't know, a group about science. And I start talking about creator, energy healing. What's gonna happen with most people? They're gonna think I'm crazy. They're not gonna believe what I'm saying. Why would I do this? Why? And believe me, I know how it feels like to have to prove that I'm good enough because I've been there. I tried to save my entire family. I'm the only one that does healings in my family. The only one. Yeah. In the beginning, I felt it was a burden because if I was the only one that had these gifts, right? And if I was the only one doing this, it means that I'm the only one that can save them. I don't have to save them. Oh my God, no. I can be the example. I can be the inspiration, but it's their responsibility, not mine. My responsibility is with my life. That's all. Yeah? Does that reply your question? Yeah. Okay. So the last question that I received before the live was from Sandy. I don't know if she's here, but she asked me, how was my theta healing journey? And what does theta healing involve for newbies? Oh, Reina, I'm glad. She's saying, thank you for the download. I felt it so strongly. Still going. Amazing. Amazing. I'm so glad. So Sandy asked me about my theta healing journey. I started talking about this a little bit, but the thing about me is I am not pleased with doing one course. I go all in. So when I did the theta healing course, so I did the basic and then the advanced, one after the other. Then I went back to Brazil. Then I went back to, because I did in London, right? My trainings were in London. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? I love this thing. It's just too cool. Because I went back to Brazil. I started practicing on friends, doing free sessions to get some practice. And then I was like, okay, I need to get fucking good at it. Because that's how I work. I need to get very good at things, so I can get my confidence. Right? So I did basically 24 courses within 18 months. You don't have to, okay? You don't have to. That was insane. Okay? But I did a lot of courses and yeah, I needed it. I needed all of them. And then I became an instructor, right? I did 9 instructor courses, so I can teach basic course, advanced, dig deeper, manifesting, and others. You can see in my credentials, right? I'll post afterwards. You can see all the lists of the courses. So yeah, I've talked a little bit about this in the beginning as well. So yeah, I'm not gonna extend myself too much. Didi saying, do you think everyone has this in them as long as the person is open to healing? My dear, if I can do this, everybody can. Seriously. Okay, 2 points here. Everybody has this in them, but not everybody is ready. If you're ready, if you're open, oh my God, yes. Let me tell you a story. The very first time I taught the Theta Healing course, the basic, was in 2018, and there was this one person. I had like 7 students, including my mom. It was very interesting teaching my mom. But this one student, before the course, she was like, you know what, I don't have the money, can we do a sort of a trade? And I was like, okay, let me connect to the creator and ask. So I connected to the creator and I was like, okay, she's offering something that I actually needed, it could work, but I had a very strong feeling that no, don't do this. Say no and explain why. The reason was, if I said yes, I would be, what is the word? Interfering in a bad way with her divine timing, with her path. So I told her this, and she was like, you know, okay, Julie, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to block you. It's not a scam. It's not a scam. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Okay? Don't try to put me down here. Okay? Lots of love to you, but please stop sabotaging this. Okay? So I told her, so you know what? I feel like right after you do the course, you're gonna have a lot of clients, and you're gonna be able to pay me very quickly. And she was like, okay. So she paid for the course, and immediately after the basic course, which is like the 3-day course, right? She started having clients, and she's very good, right? She was already very good. Does it make sense? So she was very, very ready. She was like on her divine timing. I wasn't as ready as she was, right? My healing journey was much longer than this, right? So, yeah, I think the first paying client that I had was after, it took me a while to be confident to charge. I do things for free, but then I was doing the Disease and Disorders course, which is a very advanced course. So maybe it was like after my 12th course or something like this. Yeah, but that was my journey. It was my journey. I was very, very, very rational. I was still very much in self-doubt, which is the worst thing that you can have. The more you practice things, the more you're gonna get validation for your work, and the more you're gonna trust yourself, right? But I lacked this in a very, very deep way, right? I didn't trust myself. I didn't, right? So it depends. The more you practice, the better you get. But we are all divine beings. That's the thing. We all come from the divine energy. We all do, right? Okay. Any more questions? So, yeah, as I mentioned, I'm going to be teaching the Theta Healing Basic Course online. Yay, I love it. On May 14th, 15th, and 16th is a 3 consecutive days a course. When I say I'm going through this stage of self-doubt from last few weeks, I feel you. I know the feeling. Yeah. I do a lot of healings on self-doubt. You can watch my replays, you can join my group. I'm gonna have to update the description on the video. I'm gonna add the link to my Facebook group. You can join. I have all the replays of the lives. You can book a session, or you can come to my course, right? It's on the May 14th, 15th, and 16th, online, on Zoom, right? I'm gonna post also the page with all the details, but feel free to ask me anything, right? As I said, I don't want people coming if they're not ready and if they're not my students, right? There are many, many Theta Healing instructors. I want people that are drawn to my energy. And I've done courses with different instructors, and I've assisted like the basic course of different instructors to see, like, okay, am I a horrible teacher, right? The self-doubt. And I figured out that I'm actually awesome. They're all awesome as well. These people that I assisted, they're amazing, but I'm also amazing. It's just a matter of like, who do you connect with? If you go to my course and then you go to another person's course, it's the same thing. You're gonna learn the same things, but it's two different courses, right? Because we're two different people. I mean, there's a manual, we follow things, like there's a contract, we have to follow things exactly, right? But I'm a different person, so it's gonna be a different experience, right? Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna invite you guys to take a look at the Theta Healing Basic Course, and if you have any questions, just ask me. Okay, if you don't have any more questions, I'm gonna guide a meditation and an energy clearing to see what you guys need today. So I'm gonna invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Start noticing your breath. Just bring all your attention to your breath. Bring your awareness to your heart. Breathe into your heart. You're going to imagine energy coming from the core of the earth, up through the soles of your feet, this Mother Earth energy grounding you through your legs, your hips, up, aligning your chakras from the base of your spine, up, all the way up, until it comes out from the top of your head in the form of a bubble of light. Imagine this bubble of light. You're inside this bubble of light. A part of your consciousness. It's inside this bubble of light, safe and protected. It's transparent, so you can watch everything around you. Take a moment to notice what color this bubble of light is. It changes. Mine is yellow today. And you're going to start traveling upwards inside this bubble of light, through the roof, through the air. You can visualize those things. You can just feel it. You can just know it's happening. You can hear. However it comes to you, just trust. Don't force it. Just allow it to happen. Keep going upwards to the atmosphere, to the stars, all the planets, the moon, through our galaxy. Keep going up and up. Keep going upwards, all the way through the universe. Use your breath you're going to reach a series of lights. Go through these lights. Keep going upwards. You're going to reach a golden light. Go into this golden light. This is the realm of the Ascended Masters, the angels. Go into this golden light. Keep going upwards. And the higher you go, the more relaxed and connected you become. Keep going upwards. You're going to reach a jelly-like substance with all the colors. These are the laws of our universe. Go into this layer. Don't get caught in any law. Just you're safe inside your bubble. And you're going to reach for the pink mist. This is the law of compassion. And it's through the law of compassion when we can access the energy of unconditional love. So you're going to allow this pink mist to surround you in your bubble of light and guide you into a bright, iridescent white light. Go into this light. Keep going up. Go up until there's nothing around you but energy of love. This is the Creator, the divine intelligence, God, love, however you want to call it. This is the energy of creation. It's the source. It's all that is. You are made of this energy. You are this energy. And you're going to start feeling like the bubble around you will dissolve and you become one with this energy of unconditional love. Breathe into this energy, become this energy. Just notice how it feels. You may start feeling some tingling on the top of your head, on your hands, or somewhere else. You may start feeling very relaxed and calm. Maybe your eyes will flicker a little bit. That's a sign that you're in a theta brainwave, which is a very, very low brainwave. This allows us to connect with our unconscious minds. And from this place of unconditional love, we can ask anything, we can do anything. So first of all, we're going to ask for an instant healing. Creator of all that is, it is commanded that unconditional love is sent to every single cell of my body, releasing everything that is ready to be released and awakening the life force that exists within me. Thank you, it is done, it is done. Show me. You're just going to witness. You're going to see, feel, or sense as this energy of love is downloaded into every cell of your body. Pure, unconditional love. Just allow it to happen. You're safe. You are this light. We're just reminding you. Keep breathing, allowing this light to go into you. Okay, can the Creator also release all this rejection that you're feeling? Whatever it is to you, just allow the Creator to release what's ready to be released. Okay, can we clear the belief that you are excluded, that you're separate? If you want this, say yes out loud. The universe will hear you and you'll receive this download. Can it teach you that you are never alone? You're never separate. There was never a separation. You were always connected. It's your birthright to be connected to this energy because it's who you are. Everything else is just a belief. It's a belief that you learned. It doesn't make it true. So can we teach you the truth, the highest and best truth of what it feels like to be a divine being with all these abilities that may be very, very hidden within you, but that's okay. It's perfectly fine. Can we clear the self-rejection in any way that you're rejecting these parts of yourself? The part of yourself that is divine, that is wise, that is complete, that is intuitive, that is capable of healing. Can we just release those things? Release this rejection. It was okay. You needed this to survive. Your mind was very clever. Very clever. It was a protection. It was a coping mechanism. We have many of those. But it's okay. Can we teach you how to forgive yourself? That you're allowed to forgive yourself, that you deserve forgiveness. Can we clear this need to punish yourself for something you did in this lifetime, in other lifetimes, or for something that your ancestors did and you're paying for them? You don't have to pay for them. That's heavy. Some of you are really holding on to this. Okay. In any way that your parents or your ancestors made you feel like you were the one to blame for all those bad things, that you were the scapegoat. Some of you were the scapegoat of the family, right? It's kind of like your identity got intertwined with this feeling of like, oh, it's all my fault. Everything's my fault, right? So you're very careful in doing anything because you don't want to create havoc. So can we please disconnect you from this? This is not true at all. This is the projection from your parents, from people in your family, of their own insecurities, of their own powerlessness. Can we teach that you're actually a very, very powerful being? You are powerful. You are powerful and you're divine. While still being human. But being human doesn't mean that you need to sacrifice your divinity. It's the combination of both that makes us so amazing. It's not, I'll become divine and forget that I have a body. No, that's not why you're here. It's to become human and still be divine. It's to live a human life, but always connected from this highest place, connected to yourself, to the universe, knowing the truth, the highest truth, and always asking yourself questions. Okay, can I teach you the difference between asking yourself good questions and doubting yourself? Yeah? And teach you that you can let go of the self-doubt, but keep the questioning, the good questioning that leads you into, higher awareness about yourself, about the universe. Okay, in any way that you're comparing your abilities with someone else's, with mine or other intuitive teachers, can you just release that? I'm human, people. Right? I mean, it's not like I have something that you don't. I have my thing. I am different than you because we're all different, right? I'm not higher. I may be more aware, but it doesn't mean that I'm better, right? It doesn't mean that the teacher that you're loving, that you're following, is better. It's unachievable. It's not true. And again, can you teach you that you can be inspired by your teachers, by your healers, without having to compare and compete with them? It's your path. My path is my path, your path is your path. Right? I'm not going to teach you how to follow your path because I don't know your path. I don't know. You're the only one who knows. My job and the job of spiritual teachers is to awaken yourself to your own path, to your own power. Right? That's all. Okay. Okay, it's bringing up some fear for some of you. So let me tune into this fear. Okay, some of you are afraid that you're going to be alone. If you embrace, this weird part of you that talks to plants and angels, you're going to be alone. Can we actually teach you that you're going to attract and open up a world of possible connections? Theta healing, the theta healing world. When you go into courses, you meet so many amazing people. It was the first time I've ever felt like I belonged. Ever. I could be totally myself, and I was not being seen as a crazy person. I was actually having conversations about the universe, healing, intuition, angels, talking to dead people, our ancestors, right? I could be more and more of myself. So can we teach you that it's possible and how to choose the path that will lead you there? Whether it's through theta healing, through me teaching, or whoever is right for you as a teacher, as a modality. Because the thing is, theta healing, me, we're like the vessels from Creator. We're channels, right? It's not the absolute truth. It's just one way of showing you the truth. It's one way. You can choose it. But you are the one that are going to see the truth for yourself and experiment, right? So can I teach you also that it's safe for you to experiment without getting attached to the outcome of things? I know, that's a big one. Yeah. We can be excited about things without creating expectations. Because when we create crazy expectations, we're constantly disappointing ourselves, right? Instead, what about we be open? Being open for the good things. Being open to what the universe has to show us, to teach us. And making the decisions that will allow us to be guided and aligned with these energies, with this truth, with the highest truth. Can we teach that you can do all of those things that I'm saying? You can connect to the Creator. You can connect to yourself. You can do healings if you choose to. You can do readings for whatever purpose. It can be just for yourself. I started theta healing just for myself. I didn't know I was going to be a theta healer, let alone teach theta healing. It was just because I needed it for me to heal myself, right? And a lot of people just go through theta healing to heal themselves. Why not? You don't have to become a therapist. You don't have to become a teacher. But you can. If you choose to, you can. You absolutely can. Okay, some of you are kind of expecting or waiting for a permission into going into this path that you choose of healing, of self-awareness. So can the Creator show you that you already have this permission? It's just for yourself. You give it to yourself. Yeah. You can. There's no right, there's no wrong. Right? It's just you. It's what's right for you. I always say, like, as long as we are not hurting someone else, we do what the heck we want. Right? The basic the base of Theta Healing is free will, right? I don't change anything that you don't want to change. Why would I? Then you can blame me if something goes wrong. No. It's your life. You choose. You choose. You choose what you take as true or not, right? Isn't that so much lighter, right? You don't have to believe everybody. It's impossible to live if we believe everybody, because not everybody has a higher frequency, right? So can we also teach you how to choose who to align yourself with, and teach you how to attract the teachers, the colleagues, the clients, the opportunities that are for your highest and best, that are aligned with this high vibration of love, of trust, of confidence, of compassion. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, can we release some of your holding on to the belief that you need to follow specific rules? You need to be like a good girl, you know? Can we teach you that it's safe for you to follow your own path, always aligned? I'm not talking about an ego-based path. I'm talking about a higher self, soul-based path. Mm-hmm. Can release this belief that you're a bad girl, you're a bad boy, that you're doing something wrong, that if you don't follow what someone else expects you to do, there's going to be a punishment. You're going to be punished. Can we clear the belief that God is going to punish you? The universe will punish you. That's not true. Law of karma is simply law of attraction. We create our karma, right? That's it. If we are stuck in guilt and self-blame, we're going to attract punishment. We're going to create punishment, because that's how we're vibrating. If I'm connected to this higher vibration, knowing that everything's okay, understanding the lessons of the mistakes that I've made in order for me to grow, then I don't have to attract punishment. I can create good karma by helping other people, for example, right? You don't have to punish yourself anymore. Good. Take a deep breath in. Can we reconnect you to this bright iridescent white light and allow this energy to shower over you like a waterfall of bright light, of unconditional love. Beautiful. And imagine again energy coming from the core of the earth up through the soles of your feet, grounding you again, all the way up, aligning your chakras from the base of your spine, up, up, until the top of your head, grounding you and bringing you back. Remember, you are always connected to both sky and earth, both yin and yang energy, father and mother. When you're ready, come back, open your eyes. How are you guys feeling? Now, if this was the first time that you did this meditation, this is the Theta Healing meditation, which is the base of everything we do in Theta Healing, right? Over the next few weeks, I'll keep explaining more about theta healing, right? And each week I'm going to post about this inside the group. Afterwards, I'm going to update the description of this video so I can include all the links for the group and for the course so you can all see the details. And I'm going to post inside the group in a few days about the next lives that we're going to do. Okay, so the next lives, I'm going to focus a lot on the content of theta healing, of the theta healing class, so you can really understand, right, what we're going to talk about. So please send me questions if you have any questions about the course, right? I want you to really make the best decision for you. And I was going to say, forgot. Diddy saying, when going to the creator, as I meditate, my head keeps going up. I end up with face pointing to the sky. With face pointing to the sky. Oh, okay, cool. Because were you lying down? Interesting. Okay. Wait, no, I don't understand. When going to the creator, as I meditate, my head keeps going up. Oh, like this. Because you're opening yourself up. Do you see? If you're doing this, it's like you're really connecting, you're really opening yourself to the creator, right? Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Okay, yeah. It's like your body, because if you're doing this meditation, you're like all crawled up, right? The energy is not going to go through you, but if you open yourself, align your chakras, align your spine, it's easy for the energy to go through you, right? So that's what you're doing instinctively, right? Opening your body up for this energy. Love it. When I'm saying I feel like being pulled backwards, what do you mean? Okay, you're not grounded. Imagine the energy from the earth grounding you again. Yeah? Let me know. Every time, Diddy. Interesting. It's so cool, isn't it? I mean, honestly, I have so many crazy stories about theta healing. Yeah, I'll tell you in the next lives. There's some crazy shit that happens. Yeah, like if it hasn't happened to me, I will be like, okay, I don't know if I believe you completely. You know? Yeah. Just like we're all of us, our soul is trying to guide us back. Always. Right? It's always trying to guide us back because we, along the way, along the human history, we forgot. We were so much wiser in different times, but we forgot. Yeah. It's our job, and I think now, especially with everything happening in the world, it's a very big chance for us to make a different choice. You know, are we going to choose fear and watch the news and be caught in the fear, in the low vibration, or are we going to learn about different healing modalities, heal our shit, right, and increase our vibration, right? It's our choice. It's our choice. And I feel like so much more of us are finally waking up. So that's amazing. That's amazing. Lee saying, how did your mom do in the course she took with you? Well, my mom is very open and very closed at the same time. So having me as her instructor was not the best idea because she used me as a crutch, right? She didn't even try to do things because I was there to help. So that was a bit frustrating. But at the same time, it was interesting to have her because, I mean, she was like, no, I want to pay you. I want to pay you, right? She was my mom. She she didn't necessarily have to pay, but she's like, no, I want to pay you. So that was good. It was, a leap of faith, and it was good for her to see what I do, to get this taste of what it is that I actually do, right? I think like I got a lot of her respect from that, because she was like, you're an amazing teacher, so it's not just a theoretical thing, she actually experienced it. Yeah. Reina saying, I was sitting on couch without back support, so I was feeling like my back is going towards the back automatically. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let me tune into you. Okay, I feel like for you, there's some ancestor stuff pulling you back. Yeah, you still feel like you're responsible for your ancestors' healing. Let me see. I see your mom. Maybe it has something to do with your mom. Maybe you're taking responsibility for your mom. Because it feels to me that deep down you don't believe that you're good enough. You don't believe that you as you are enough. Because it's like you never had the approval that you needed. So now you don't know how to approve of yourself. That's what I'm feeling. You can book a session if you want. We can dig on that. Yeah. Natalia, hello. Thank you. I've got exactly what I needed. The download about the teachers that I don't need to follow and compare myself with is so great and empowering. Yay, good. I was thinking about it just a couple of hours before we talk. Everything's perfect. So it's amazing how we get what we need when we are connected. So true. So true. Amazing. I love it. Yeah. Thank you. Raina saying thank you. This was good. Very relaxed and sleepy. Yeah, it happens because we're going to a theta brainwave, and it's the brainwave that we go right before we go to bed. So our brains are like, oh, is it time to go to bed? Okay. So the more we do this meditation, the more we understand, like, oh, it's just a meditation. I'm not gonna go to bed, right? And you don't get sleepy afterwards. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Lee saying, sounds like a good lessons for both of you. Oh yeah. Me and my mom, I say like, it's insane. I think one of the most complex relationships is between mother and daughter. I'm gonna write a book one day about this. I think like 90% of my clients have issues with their moms, like women with their moms as well. And it's insane, isn't it? Like it's so much. Maybe I'll do a live about this one day. Right? It's always a lot of lessons, for sure, for sure. Beautiful, Reina. Just send me a message and I'll send you the details. Yeah? Okay, beautiful people. If you don't have any more questions, thank you so much for coming. If you need anything else, let me know. I'm going to add into the description both about my Facebook group, where you can join and see all the lives, all the replays, everything, and about the course, the basic Theta Healing course, right? All the information, and yeah, over the next few weeks, I'll keep talking about this, taking your questions and transforming them into lives. I have some ideas as well of things that I can talk about and transform into healings, right? So yeah, have a beautiful day or night wherever you are in the world, and I will see you